Hey, good evening. Ollie Summers here with Week 4 discussion in social tech and emerging media. So with this week, I'm talking about a Facebook post, a discussion, something that we posted on social media that didn't really stir up the healthy conversation that we were asking for. And for me, I did have that instance come up with the legalization of marijuana. So I live here in Golden, Colorado, and they had asked the citizens to kind of chime in on what their thoughts were, what they wanted to do, and they built Golden. The city council in Golden built this task force to kind of field all of these like questions, thoughts, answers, pro and con, and then they were going to report to um, the the decision committee, which was the mayor was a part of that, other city council members were a part of that, and they were going to make their decision. So they're going to take the public's votes essentially, or the public's voice, and then make a amendment for our city legislation in particular about whether we would have pot shops in town, marijuana being legalized or being able to use in public space as in recreational manner, all that jazz. Anyways, long story short, so I posted I sent in a letter to them, kind of my 4 points. I'm like, hey, here's why I do not agree with this and what I think. And then I submitted it on my Facebook page. And my original post said something along the lines of, hey, here's what's going on in Golden. I'm definitely against this. Here's what I sent in to this task force team, to the city council. I would love for you to read over it. Let me hear your thoughts. Certainly be praying for us and our city as they go up to bat and make this decision that would affect all of us. So, for confidentiality purposes, I had this guy, we'll call him Jim, who I didn't even realize that Jim was my friend on Facebook, but literally, like I had never, he's never liked any of my stuff, commented before on anything I've ever posted until I say this thing about the legalization of marijuana. And so he essentially started to harass me, and all of the people that were in a discussion with me. A lot of feedback I was getting, positive feedback, was from friends and family saying, "Hey man, this is great. Like I'm really glad you're getting involved in government. I'm glad you're, that your city um, is going to the people and asking their opinion and giving that feedback, and that's really great. Hey, we're praying for you. Hopefully it goes well, so on and so on." But this guy Jim only was negative, only was defending marijuana and its effects on the brain and in the mind, and I also should note, like in my post, I never said I want to argue you if this is healthy or not. I'm just saying all I want to relay in my message was, or in my original post, all I wanted to relay was, here's what I'm doing. Let me hear your thoughts on it. I'm not trying to argue. I even had my cell phone number on there. If you want to talk to me offline, well, I'd love to. But this guy Jim just was ugly. He made some rude comments to my friends. He made rude comments to my wife even. And at that point is when I X'd him off the discussion and closed it, from him really harassing me anymore. Certainly not my wife, and certainly not any of my friends. When we were actually trying to really discuss some of the harmful effects and some of the things that we're trying to prevent and the city of Golden is trying to prevent, and allowing its citizens to engage in that conversation, that this guy Jim was really just being a big jerk. And I certainly have other words I can use to describe him, but he was really, frankly, just really inappropriate. And I'm coming to my past my 4 minute mark here. But some of the things I would have done different is probably um, uh, would have moved, like try to move along a discussion rather than just say, "Hey, here's what I'm doing. Let me know what you think. What do you think?" Like I would try and direct the discussion from the forefront. And then when I have people like this Jim guy who wants to just bombard everyone with all these different links, all this different uh, kind of off the cuff, out of context, um, like sentences and phrases and criticisms and again, other articles that we should be reading, or just really kind of mean and rude comments. When I had to deal with someone like this, I would constantly just direct him back to the point of like, hey, dude, like this is what we're trying to talk about. I'm sorry you're not getting this way. If you continue, I'm going to ask you to leave the conversation. And again, that's the thing with social media, and that's why I don't think it really is a backbone for a lot of things. It has no face value, man. It has no face value. And I think it's great to start a conversation, but when you have some troll like Jim who comes in as just ugly and comes out of nowhere and is really ugly, um, it's really hard to keep engaging when every other post is a really obscene comment and personalized comment from someone who frankly shouldn't be in the discussion. So honestly, to that end, I don't really know how I would like deal with someone who push the limits too far, how to like X them out of the conversation, or beforehand try and navigate them back to the original question. So thanks. Sorry for the long post. Have a good one. Bye.